to make it big, eh? I think I should make it big. Let me do something like this. It's like, but it's very important. Let's go. No, Malemo, no, Malemo.
Who are hating on Zimbabweans here, you are going to work. Some of you who are beating up Zimbabweans here, some of you who are hating on Zimbabweans here, you are going to work for them.
You are going to work for them. Even I see, I've been doing this reaction streaming, and I see how they treat Zimbabweans, man. I see people even comment say Julius Malema is Zimbabwean. There's nothing wrong to be a Zimbabwean. He's an African brother. Compare Zimbabwean and European. Guys, don't make us to choose. Don't make us to choose. Zimbabweans are our true brother. You don't have to ask. You don't have to. You don't have to some questions. So leave membership aside. What it says to in South Africans. Give one example. So like when you say, like most of South Africans are workers in their own country. Let's give Malema a chance to speak so you can understand what he means.
They will be owning their mines. They will be owning their retail. They will be owning their banks.
Zimbabweans, the land is it's not like South Africa. Whereby like the land in South Africa, 70% is owned by whites. No. Not in Zimbabwe. They will owning their own land, own their own mines, because we can see like now black people are waking up now. Because of like now, black people were taught to go to school and get degrees and become workers, which are going to work for companies that are not from here. In Zimbabwe, the education is quality compared from this side. When Zimbabweans come to South Africa, they are building a beautiful houses where like South Africa, they can't build a house. You have a degree in social worker, you have a degree in theology, you have a degree in admin. That skill can't build economy. It can't build the economy. The skill, the degree in admin, you will never build South Africa. Degree in HR will never build South Africa. But the land, the mines, the skill they have to build their houses, that's going to build Africa as a whole. We don't talk about Zimbabweans now. We talk about the skill they have, how smart they are.
They'll be owning their land. You call them foreigners.
They'll be owning their land. You call them foreigners when you see a Zimbabwean. Yeah, that guy is a foreigner. That guy is what? He's owning a land. You own what? Degree. That's what you know. You own degree. That a salary. That's go to bank. You get a salary. You go to buy a car. You go to bank. The whole salary. You pay tax. You left with nothing. You're going to borrow. Well, pop after that. You South African, you have to act like you are smart.
What is the definition of a foreigner? A foreigner is a person who comes into your country without papers, doesn't have anything to show. That includes you.
Includes who, Malema? What is saying now, Malema? We need to understand what he's saying. Include you. Me, man.
You are foreigners.
Ooh.
Because you have nothing to show. Go around claiming this is your country. Let's go outside. Show me papers that confirms you are the owner of this country. There's nothing. You don't own anything. Yet you call people foreigners.
Here's a fact, there's, even though I feel offended as a tournament from South Africa, I feel offended. So like we own nothing. I feel offended, man. I feel attacked. I don't know how many people I feel attacked or feel offended. To say like you own nothing here. Show us the papers. Show us the land. It's those RDP they gave us during apartheid. Now after getting degree, they're going to work in Sandton, pay you for apartment. Yeah, Malema, ne? We are speaking the truth. He's speaking the truth. Yeah. What do you have? Comment there. What do you have? What thing you can show like you are here, you are the child of South African? What do you own? You own a land or you own what? This is a question, man, we should ask ourselves. Because of I feel offended when Malema saying that. So like show us. You say you're from here. What's the proof you have? Wow.
You are a foreigner yourself because you do not own. Foreigners means visitors. Visitors are people who just come empty-handed.
So what is your say on Zimbabweans coming this side because of their neighbors? It's like Lesotho, Botswana, Namibia, Swaziland. We are all neighbors and we are one African. What did you say based on that on the comment section? Comment because this thing is an open discussion. This is an open discussion. So comment there on the comment section now.
With a small bag. When the time permits, they go. That's you. You are renting. You are marching from the hostels, beating up people that they must leave South Africa. Yet you do not own a hostel.
You know, like when they say the truth, now I understand why people, when they talk about the truth, people are commenting, they're crying. Because of like now the truth is talking, it's like it's telling me. The truth is telling like now on his members, on his followers. It's like he's telling me, man. It's like he's telling me this. I'm like, oh my god, Malema, why you do this? Why you tell us this news, man? Everything is saying, man, it's like it's directed to me when I'm trying to loot the side. To loot, it's like it's yeah, you are here, man. Oh, oh, oh.
You are paying a rent in that hostel. You can be removed yourself from that hostel. You are telling people to leave your country. You come from an apartment. You come from a flat. You come from a...
The fakes, dog. So we leave our hometown, we leave our land, coming to Sandton, Midland, Fourways, Cape Town, to work for someone to make them rich. Then when we get fired, we leave that apartment, whether you like it or not. When we get fired, you leave that apartment, whether you like it or not, you leave it. It's not yours. But we are busy fighting for Zimbabweans while who owns nothing. And this statement to say like one day you're going to work for them is because of in Zimbabwe they own the land. The land is not owned by Europeans, people from outside the continent. It's owned by this
house. You have no paper. When you return back home after taking out Zimbabweans, the white man will be at the door showing you the way out of the rented flat, out of the rented house, out of the rented apartment.
Man, this guy is a big man. This guy, he's big. Julius Malema, he's big. And he's telling the truth, man. The white man going to say, go out, didn't pay the rent, you got fired, the bank is taking their car back. Hey, let's say like Malema on Zimbabweans. I know like this the guy's a true African man. This guy's a true African man. That's the spirits we want. That's the spirits we love. That's the spirits we love. Let's
We were told that this thing of foreigners and being protective for foreigners and outsiders is going to cost you votes. We said, let it be so. I'm waiting today for anyone, and Mzwanele should have asked that question in that debate. I want someone who's going to tell me this country is a successful country economically in the world because of the fence. They put a
This guy said like, now I don't want your vote of xenophobic. Don't vote for me if you don't want Zimbabweans to work here. So like, if you don't want Zimbabweans to work here, don't bother yourself by going to vote for me. Vote for those corrupt leaders. Don't vote EFF. And then when you see like Verengege Avume Gama vote way too. Okay, you need to say example now. We can say you don't care about South African, you care with foreigner. It's not like that. No one cares about South Africans. Only Julius Malema care about the black child. No one cares about you. What do you mean? So we need to fight Zimbabweans, but you don't fight Australians who came illegally. You don't fight them. But when it comes to a black child you are running, there was a plane of illegal Palestinians. Who fight those Palestinians? No one fight them. But when it comes to a black child, you are running. Why is like that?
The border, after putting a border, they were very successful. You talk about borders as if border is a prerequisite for development and successful economy. What is that? What is that? We have never preached for undocumented people. Because we would have said South Africans must not get IDs if we are promoting undocumented people. How do we say South Africans must have IDs?
How do you say that? But the thing is, when you come black people, they hate to be black. So when they see another black person, and it's not from South Africa, maybe it's from Zambia, Malawi, Zimbabwe, it becomes a problem. No. Julius Malema is the one to bring peace to Africa, to say we must love each other as African. We must protect each other as Africans. That's what he's saying. Yeah. That's what he's saying. So people are going to come here like in the comments, it's clear you don't care about South Africans. He care about you. You come here, you don't care about us. Hey Malema, I care about. Hey Malema this. Hey Malema this. Hey Malema that. He care about you. He's here to educate you. What about him and Zimbabweans? I think Ugogo Wake learn from Zimbabwe. The currency is now stronger, so I think they will leave Zimbabwe and come stay here. Let's stop hating each other. That's beautiful. This is a brotherhood, man. Zimbabweans are all over the comment section complimenting. Cannot vote for EFF for that. His father is from Zimbabwe. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. There's people from their father from Europe. Malema is very wise. I think he deserves to change to be president of Africa. Africa. Let's not, because this guy is so smart, let's not limit him. Let's give him the high rank. He must be the president of Africa. Because in South Africa, there were lots of work to do. President of Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe only they're talking about. He's not a president of Zimbabwe. He's speaking the truth.
Have an ID campaign during elections and the rest of others must not have papers. There's no such a thing. Everybody must be documented. But where you stay is immaterial. I was brought up by Peter Mokaba. Peter was close to Castle Matal. Peter, by all this time, thought Castle Matal was Tsonga because he came from Zanin.
Zimbabwe is developing now. Their president never say anything about open borders, and no, they will. And you cause your votes. Well, this one will never be a president. This guy is a true man, but it takes ages before people understand him. It definitely takes months. I don't care whether or not foreigners come to say, as long as FC made us to remain country, proceed, I'll vote for him. Watching from Malawi, God be with you. You will get the vote at Zimbabwe. Say, hold up, we didn't say
He realizes later that, no man, when are you baby? Says yes, all along I'm concluding that you are Tsonga.
Why? It has never been any issue. Just, oh, he's from Zanin, oh, okay, yeah. So it's like someone who comes and say, I'm Matala from Eastern Cape. I want to hear Matala. I'm going to hear Eastern Cape and that's it, done.
You see, like he tried to, because you have a small mind, you guys who don't want to be African to be united. You have a small mind. He tried to educate you with the good scenarios to say like people they can react like this, people they can say things like this, people they can do things like this to educate you. To educate you. But these people, man. Malema is very intelligent, very. Malema, are you okay? Definitely very good. Are you now ask yourself what happened to EFF votes? Malema, what happened? Oh my God, people are now so angry. Come on.
But only to realize this guy is paid in Eastern Cape. Because there are people who were forcefully removed in Amatala and put in Eastern Cape. And today all of them speak closer. But it's irrelevant that. I don't care about that. What is relevant is, can this comrade perform a task? I don't care about their nationality, their regionalism, tribalism, and all of that. The reason why I don't like this xenophobic.
So like now, you know, like when someone tried to break it down because of, you understand how black people have self-hate from themselves. Self-hate for being European, because lots of black people they want to be Europeans. You can see our ladies, they are wearing weaves. Hey, could like it, they are wearing makeup, other they change their eyes, you know. It's self-hate. So he's trying to educate. He's trying to educate the people.
Things is because when they degenerate, they go to tribalism. What happens after we're done with Zimbabweans is vendors. What happens after we're done with the Swatis? So today, because of tribalism, parties are now flourishing in some in KZN who are saying we need a Zulu.
He's right. He's right. He's definitely right. What will happen if is definitely right, man, to say like it's definitely right. If you say you don't want Zimbabweans, they're not going to go to Tongas, they're not going to go to vendors, they're not going to go to Tongas, they're not going to go to Sutus, they're not going to go to Xhosas, they're not going to go, you understand? So he explained it very simple. You say this thing you are pushing will come back to us. Since I'm a true leader, I want to educate you, black child. Here, he said, like, I want you to educate you, and indeed, he's educating us. He's educating us indeed.
State, we need KZN state, and because we need a Xhosa state, then the racists come on the other side and say, we want independence of the Western Cape, because they've realized you tolerate nonsense. If they know that you reject.
He's telling the truth. He's telling the truth, man. He's the only leader who cares about Africa.
This kind of divisions, starting from the continent and all over the world, none of those people will speak that language amongst yourself, because that language must never be appealing to any of us. Anyone who speaks division.
You are our president. This guy is our next president, whether you like it or not.
Including Zimbabweans who are here in South Africa. When there are elections, get into buses and go home. Go and fight from there. Because the humiliation that you are being subjected to here in South Africa is if you don't have your own homes.
Which is like Zimbabweans must go home to vote when there's elections. Yeah, even though you can leave this side, but you know, like the president you have is corrupt, is not making things happen. But when that time come, where like elections started, you can take a bus, go home to put a better president than to stay here and being treated like you're not a human. And we see the comments there say like you can't fix Zimbabwe by voting. New statement after election Julius Malema, before election Zimbabwe in East Africa, South Africa and Zimbabwe. Old video when he's still Malema, we laughed. We don't trust him.
It's high time that you take it upon yourself and organize yourselves. EFF is there. We can even sponsor buses. Ora, go and vote. If you are here to study, you can come back, study, no problem. But
He's telling the truth. He had to study what? They say our education system is poor in J. You don't trust him. How can you trust my replacement game? Cameraman, why you stick to them? Why they? We should be talking about because of their home is in South Africa. Wow.
go and vote. So that we know that at least you are also doing something. The humiliation and the violation that Zimbabweans are being subjected to. Highly educated individuals and human beings. It's not what a human being must be subjected to. But it starts with you as Zimbabweans to fight for the freedom and the self-determination of the people.
You see, I went about the biggest guy in South Africa, the biggest guy in Africa. They talk about Julius Malema. He never changed his statement. He's always keep his word. And if he can put this guy into power, I'm telling you, South Africa will change like it never changed. Sure.
And fair elections in Zimbabwe. We call on Zimbabweans to stop being cowards and confront Mnangagwa's government and go and reclaim their own country. They can.
So like, he's only saying this for the vote. After winning election, he will switch off those who voted for him. At least you say something constructive. Don't be fooled. He's convincing vote for next election. Malema, you don't care about your vote. He told you he told you he didn't run away from it. He said like, if you don't want Africans, don't vote for me. I don't want a vote of xenophobic. He told you. Why you say like he's lying to you because of your one's vote? He told you. You are lying to yourself. Let's see the president of Zimbabwe saying what?
You know, Zimbabwe.
Oh, this was educating Zimbabweans here. This time was educating Zimbabweans here. Let's see. Let's play again.
They must stop shouting at us. They must go and fight for their battle in Zimbabwe and win.
Julius Malema, before he knew his Zimbabwe's root, the folk tongue, the rise. So people they think Julius Malema is a Zimbabwean. He's not a petty.
If they've got ground and they are formed on the basis of solid ground in Zim, why are they speaking in Santen and not Mashonaland or Matabeleland? There's nothing Santen in Zimbabwe. There's everything about the Zimbabweans. Let them go back and go and fight them.
What is saying? I don't understand what he's saying here because I don't try to understand. But let's watch the comments. It'll give us clue. This Malema we voted yes, but not this one today. So this Malema I will vote for. This is a really sellout. Wow. That's a good idea.
Even when the ANC was underground in exile, we had our internal underground forces fighting for freedom. And we have never spoken from exile. You see, let me tell you.
Hey, man, it's like a Bruce Parler. It's like a Bruce Parler. Malema was sick, yeah, behaving like a sick person. Malema is like a principal. You see, when you talk, he's going to attack you. He's going to eat you alive. He's talking, then you are talking. He's coming for you. You see, like this guy was talking when Malema was talking. He said, like, you see. I don't know what he's going to say to this man.
You are Chacharak. Let me tell you. This is a building of a revolutionary party. And you know nothing about the revolution. So here you behave or else you jump. Here you don't laugh.
Oh, I believe this is the here you behave or you jump. This video went viral. It went viral. You know, like if someone don't like you and you waited for you to say something so they can eat you alive. This was the time Malem. He didn't like that report. He didn't like that report. And that reporter was talking. He was talking too much. He was talking too much. This one is talking too much. I'm waiting for him to just make a mistake. I will eat him alive.
Chief, can you get security to remove this thing?
I know. No, everyone knows this video.
If you're not going to behave, you're going to call security to take you out. This is not a newsroom, this is a revolutionary house. And you don't come here with that tendency. Don't come here with that white tendency.
Not with that tendency, white tendency. And it's going to mention white supremacy, I'm telling you. It's going to mention white supremacy.
You can do it somewhere else, not here. If you've got a tendency of undermining blacks even where you work, you are in the wrong place. Here you are in the wrong place. That's rubbish. And you.
These guys just say rubbish. Wow, these guys are like just rubbish. These are just rubbish, man. These are just rubbish.
You can go out. Yeah, you can go out. Rubbish is what you have covered in that trouser. That is rubbish. That which you have covered in this trouser is rubbish. Okay? You are a small boy. You can't do anything.
I didn't come here to be
Come out. Go out. Bastard.
Yay. He said bastard.
Go out. You bloody agent. So we think that we need to ensure that we encourage some.
Wow. Some people are scared, man, in that room. Some people are shaking. People, the Musco Malema, people are shaking.
PF comrades to engage in peaceful means. So our trip in Zimbabwe, we think it was. They must stop shouting.
Who are you? This president is saying what now?
We say to him, keep your dirty hands out of Zimbabwe's affairs, Malema. So he suffers from the Rhodes syndrome. At 43 years of age, he's no longer a youth. Who is he from South Africa?
President, why you have a problem? Because he's helping your people here. South African don't treat your people right. He's helping you, and they're going to come so give the favor Malema. Or maybe exposing you because of lots of African leaders are corrupt. Maybe exposing you, then is corrupt, then you feel attacked. Feel attacked, say like, who are you?
To try to tell the youths of Zimbabwe who should be their ruler. Malema pakati ipo payama. Akunoza uziya mai vemhuri bata musikwe wayo. Amai vacho vanobva vauya kuzokutunga. Now to get Malema from South Africa.
The president, man, got this thing with heart, man. What Malema said, you know, like Malema is always speak the truth. So The president of Zimbabwe, I don't know if he's the president or what. He got it by heart, man. He got it by heart. So like, oh my god. Oh my god. That's why people can see when people they got things by heart. They took it personal.
Coming from Norway, talking about succession in Zimbabwe. It shows that this is a foreign agenda. And to whom does Malema pander to? He panders to the dictates of the post-colonial or of the...
Why your people are in South Africa? Why your people are in South Africa? Because of their crying about the poverty that side. They try to educate you. I wish South Africa, I want English. Malema is African president. Who are you and old? Because Malema is our hero. Who are you? He don't know who is Malema. Malema is a big leader. He told Ruto, I can't wait for just to respond to this. Malema is smarter than Malema. You are on your own. You see, he's preaching. This guy will get mission Malema. I know he will respond to this. I can't wait. Malema will start with. This is also like Malema should stay away from this country because they don't want him and they always advocate for them. If you change it, these people that want to do corruption to the people of Africa and they don't want to get
of the colonial era company, Anglo-American. He posits as a pseudo-revolutionary and a cryptic intellectual. He never properly went to school. And he propounds big theories about how Zimbabwe should be run, as if it is his own country. At 43 years of age, he's no longer a youth. Who is he?
He's the next president of South Africa and the next president of Africa and the person who's fighting for a black child. Like, you leaders of Africa failed to help us. Africa, we are struggling, but we have resources, we have minerals. Malema is the next president. I hope you got the answer.
From South Africa to try to tell the youths of Zimbabwe who should be their ruler. Malema, why? Because he's a friend of Kasukwere, who a few days ago was echoing the same sentiments with the youths of Zimbabwe. Zimbabweans must arise. Must arise. He has just been in an election. He comes third for a party which broke away from the NC.
Doug, why your people are here then? Why your people are here, President? I don't know if the president was what. Why your people are here and Malema cares about your people? And it's still like, maybe you don't care about your people, but Malema cares about his people and your people, African people as a whole.
Several years ago, third from Umkondo Sizwe's MK from Zuma, a party which is hardly 6 months. It's clear that his pseudo-revolutionary message within South Africa has reached a dead end. That's why he could be overtaken.
I have a problem with Malema. This personal. Man.
That's why he never made it himself.
This personal is very personal. You can see like when someone like this thing is personal because of I don't know, man, but you can tell where someone is. Let's see this one here. Because it says Zimbabweans, right?
Someone says, do I still own or do I own a business in Zimbabwe? I've been to Zimbabwe twice. When I went to visit ZANU-PF and meet President Mugabe, and when I went to send my condolences to Mama Grace Mugabe when President Mugabe passed away.
Julius Malema has been to Zimbabwe, so stop lying to people saying Malema is Zimbabwean. Malema father is Zimbabwean. Even though he can't ever think the problem, I wish I was Zimbabwean too. He's from Zimbabwe. Yeah, Zimbabwe, man. People, they love Zimbabwe. People, they love Zimbabwe. Even Zimbabwe even if it was wrong, even if Zimbabwe was wrong, you know, he wants to be a Zimbabwean. Even me, I wish to be Zimbabwean, own land, my own.
That's my business with Zimbabwe.
So you don't
I've
own a
got no
business in
business with Zimbabwe. Someone this morning was saying, Malema is a Zimbabwean. How much I wish I was a Zimbabwean.
I need to go to break
because they
again.
own their land. Someone says,
It's there. There's a problem here.
I'm still calling people Makwere because you don't hear their names. That is not their problem, it's your problem of illiteracy.
Not your friend, Uncle Malema. Who told you Malema is from Zimbabwe?
So I am standing near the parliamentary building of Zimbabwe.
Okay.
So can someone tell my friend Julius Malema that
You're young. You're a young boy. Young boy, you're African. Yes, you're African. Oh, my friend, where are you meeting Malema? Where? Who is Julius Malema? Someone take a look, please. Zimbabweans, let's get out here. Please invite your brother to get this house. I want to meet Malema, boy. Or you lost. Get it. I love doing this.
Mandela's problem, which he should have realized at the time. What was at the center of the oppression of our people? It was education. Apartheid was education. They said on education.
Apartheid was education. And you can see someone in the comments say like, Malema is very smart. Fact, why Zimbabweans go and try in any country, go all over? Why don't South African vote for this guy? Malema president for Africa, Zimbabwe, anyway. Talk about Zimbabweans and people is like, this guy is a Zimbabwean. Why is always on Zimbabwe? Why is always talk about Zimbabwe? Why is always defending Zimbabwe? Malema is a Zimbabwean. People, they are saying that.
Separate them. What is the difference between us and Zimbabweans? Ian Smith in Zimbabwe, when he arrived, he wanted to do the same thing, but he realized he doesn't have sufficient whites to can carry that economy alone. And because he had no option.
Education in Zimbabwe is not free. There are many that cannot afford to get education, but most of them are educated. Zimbabwe has government problem. It has better governance. Why is adamant about Zim, always talking about Zim? If he becomes president, he will make sure Zimbabwe rule and take all the jobs in SA. There's no jobs. There's no jobs already. There's no jobs, man. Jobs have been taken. I don't know when we open a business, we're trying to run our product. What is education? What is the result of education does? Education refers Zimbabwe. I hope Malema does not get down. This video, because of it, defense South Africa use example of it, Zimbabwe.
He now allowed all people of Zimbabwe, including Africans, to get same education. That's why you've got Zimbabweans being at that level, because they've never received an inferior education in their country. We're destroyed by inferior education.
Fact, there's a point there. There's a point there. Because inferior education, man, I don't know. Inferior education that will never benefit us. Education that will never build us. It's the same as other some degrees, man. Degrees like, oh man, we have a lot of degrees in South Africa we need to get rid of. We have a lot of degrees in South Africa that we need to get rid of because of their time is done. And we don't think those degrees are going to bring value to our country, but it's going to increase unemployment. It's going to be part of unemployment. I'm telling you. It's going to be a part of unemployment. Oh.
Comrades,
Comrades.
it's not true that Zimbabweans and Nigerians and foreigners are taking your jobs.
It's not true. I know people are watching this like, oh, Malema, every time Zimbabwe like this. Why you don't talk about South Africa? Because of, you see the agenda pushing so like Zimbabweans are taking jobs. That's why you keep on coming with these topics. Because see, like people say like, oh, Zimbabweans are taking jobs, hey, Zimbabweans are doing this, hey, Zimbabweans are doing this. So he come here to educate you.
Let me tell you,
Tell them.
if you want to know their jobs, you look at one thing only.
Mm,
You look at the economy if it's growing. The South African economy is not growing. So even if we chase away Zimbabweans and everyone, you will still not get a job.
So like it's hard to say like economy to grow is when money is coming, yeah, and when they take a job, that means economy must grow. But economy is not growing. Meaning, if it's not growing, they don't take your jobs. Do you agree? Yes or no? It's like economy is not growing. Yes, we can say this, we can say things about Zimbabweans, but economy is not growing at all. So how can they take your job if economy is not growing? And you can see the comments. So they are kicking out their brothers. Meanwhile, playing to second apartheid. This guy wants Zimbabwe's Niger to stay in South Africa to his own gain. I really love this guy. True, powerful, yes. Give him total support. Those who are doubting him, you're going to understand the vision. So these are the people. How are foreigners people taking their job? There is no foreign person working in government. Men of God. We don't have a job because of Zimbabweans. The economy will never grow because they have no bank accounts. Oh wow, this is a good question there.
Because jobs are created by a growing economy.
Yes.
So you don't say we don't have jobs because they are Zimbabweans. Look at whether the economy is growing. Because the growing economy means the business is doing business.
Yes.
And when they do business, they will
Yes.
need labor force to come and help them do business. So the South African economy is stagnant.
Why is stagnant? Tell us then. Why is stagnant, Julius Malema? Because of the in parliament. Yeah, and you can see, look, this even young lady say like, give more years Malema. Now you are talking sense. Malema is very intelligent. I used to love this guy, but recently he's not sure. Going to don't write deep English. How these people going to write this? Malema is number one. Hardworking legend, more literary person we have. This government, South Africa, we really love Honorable Malema. We're going to vote for you. By the time you realize this guy, will be a time late for you. And everything Julius Malema is saying, man, it happened.
It's not growing, it's not going anywhere. Unlike that time of Thabo Mbeki, where the economy was growing, and we could see that our country was growing because the economy was growing. You cannot grow the economy if you don't turn this country into a construction site. We have to build bridges. We have to build roads. We have to build proper houses.
Facts. But without building, what will create jobs here? Without building this country, without creating more jobs, without running lots of businesses, how can we create jobs? Because of we create jobs by a product. You create a product, your product is growing, you need people who are going to help you to that product. You create jobs for that. That's how it's supposed to be like that. But in school, they never taught us the real skills, how to grow economy, how to be the part of economy. We are just helping people from outside the
We
market.
have to make sure that water reticulation plants and sewer are maintained, and we build the new ones because the population is growing. We have to revive the industry. We have to revive all of economic activity in South Africa because we want to create jobs. Comrades,
Then I actually agree with other comments. Julius Malema is so smart and he's speaking life, and it's very important to have people who speak life like Julius Malema. He's speaking life. He's speaking, you can see when you listen to him, man, you see like you are listening to a person who bring value to us, who bring change to us. He's speaking life. Yeah? When you listen to him, that's why like people they get too emotional. People they'll be crying because of he's a person who speak life. And this video is all about Julius Malema. Let's see Madara. This guy is so suspicious.
Julius Gimudu, Umma Julius, ever run, never run one.
Do you know Malema is born in Zimbabwe? There is a knowledge not this family saying to those who believe in you. Ibo, son of the soul, South Africa. One thing about you, you will never hear his mom continent is home. Oh my God, we need to let's listen here because of let's listen here, man. Let's go. I don't like the record the background video. The background video is going to make me to remove the video, which is what I don't like, because there's going to be a problem. This is guys, still by my name. This one is coming this one. You know, too, I want to play these videos, even like man. You see like Malema is fighting for you, South African. Malema is fighting for you. Return owner, stop hiring Zimbabweans. You see, you're going to come here and cry, hey Malema. Look, listen to this one, watch this one. And these are comments. These are comments of people. You won't know where you stand with Malema. You will never know where you stand with Malema.
Bariki Cream Restaurant. Kaufela Basebe Kima Zimbabwe. So next week in Nakiambo. Why?
No, he said, listen carefully, don't follow this caption. He's saying that I'm going to go to that restaurant that had only Zimbabweans, but not South Africans. I'm going to go and ask why you are hiring only Zimbabweans, but not South Africans. Or because of them I pay a lot, maybe.
Hey. Why we relay? But why Zimbabwe fair? Yes. Auna a single South African.
You understand? So I won't say like, hey, Malema is confused. Hey, Malema is doing this. Hey, Malema is, like people, man. People, they always have something to say. People, they always have something to say. Let's see this brother here.
We call on all Zimbabweans who are here in South Africa to go.
I don't want that one. I want deep topics, man. When you are watching them, you must think deep.
Abanye ukuthi bona baba mnangakho amafriji Jesu inyama siyabona inyama emafriji ngenxa ukuthi akula amagetsi kathesi amagetsi sekhona
Is Zimbabwean select Xhosa? Zimbabweans like Xhosa, man. I don't lie, even knows Xhosa.
I would like to play one soundbite by a neighbor of yours, a Nobel Peace Prize winner, Archbishop Desmond Tutu, who said the following.
He's destroyed a wonderful country, a country that used to be a breadbasket. It has now become a basket case itself. You are going to face indictment.
Just like Gaddafi, Mugabe was not afraid. He couldn't stand against the Western leaders. This problem was that these people suffered under his leadership, and he was also tribalist. Desmond Tutu can be the one talking like this. He's the last person to point fingers. Desmond Tutu was a puppet, the leader that does not know where he stands. So like people that are taking this, but Zimbabweans and President Mugabe, they are
in The Hague unless you step down.
And we'll ask you a question about, you heard what Archbishop Desmond Tutu said.
That's nonsense. It's
What?
just
He said just nonsense. Don't tell me about Desmond Tutu. That's nonsense.
devilish talk.
Devilish talk?
Yes.
Do you
He
not?
doesn't know what he's talking about, the little man.
Oh my God, he's a little man.
The little man, he's a Nobel Peace Prize winner.
Oh, come on.
He's a
What-
liberation
what-
fighter
what-
too.
What
South
liberation?
Africa.
No, of course. You don't know what his status in the ANC amounts to.
I would like to play
So his president is the one who saved
one soundbite.
he's the one who saved the land of Zimbabweans. The one who saved Zimbabwe. The one who saved Zimbabwe.
In the southern Africa, majority of us landed in
What is the history? Malema explain his Zim origin is his Zimbabwean the question.
Zimbabwe.
Of course, Julius Malema is not Zimbabwean. Who would think that maybe South Africans would want him to be Zimbabwean? He would advocate for Zimbabweans in Zimbabwe. Or the Zimbabweans themselves, they would want him to be Zimbabwean. He might make a better opposition leader than the ones we have right now.
Just imagine if Julius Malema was a Zimbabwean. Just ask yourself, what would he have done?
Maybe you.
What do you have done? You guys will be living the best life. Hey, running a big economy. Us South Africans coming to Zimbabwe. Us coming to stay in Zimbabwe because of his Julius Malema. If that question stand, and that guy asks the question, us will be running to Zimbabwe. Say like, oh, Juju, hey, Juju's the one. Hey.
You would be the right fit to square Mnangagwa. Are we going to talk about the conspiracy theories that Julius Malema's father was Zimbabwean? He is Julius Malema, not Julius Malema. No, that's just a conspiracy theory. Julius Malema had an interview on the touchdown with Tibo Touch. He's asked about the.
Okay, let's leave lots of stuff. Let's go to the last video. This video that touched Malema. This video touched Malema.
I saw a video of some police harassing a Nigerian in Santin. I want to say to my Nigerian brothers and sisters, those police do not represent us.
So someone's going to come say like, yo, Malema is a Nigerian. Malema is Nigerian. Malema is, because they don't want Malema to defend African people. Because of they want to throw Africa like that way. They want to come, yo, hey, Malema is this, hey, Malema is this. Hey, we tired with your stories, man. Hey, Malema, he's Nigerian like now. Now he's speaking for Nigerians.
And they do not represent the South African police services. Those police, they must be dealt with, they must be disciplined for harassing a person simply because this person is a Nigerian. It must.
Fact. It's what then?
Sure.
So EFF funding coming from Zimbabwe is from illegal cigarettes. When you say EFF, can I get some places? They try all means to discredit Malema. They try all the means, man. We love it, yes. Viva EFF. These are shown us. They try all the means, man, to make Malema a bad person. They try with all they have in their blood. they do as they please. But we love Julius Malema. That's why I react. If you can go to my videos and you see like it's all about Julius Malema, Julius Malema, Julius Malema.
Social sense.
What's happening in those boxes, man? In those boxes, what's happening outside the boxes?
Faster, vakomana muwaya. Faster, mofamba zvakanaka mukati. Hola, gundo.
Faster, gundo. Faster. Let's see the big people in Africa. Big people in Africa. Julius Malema is an internationalist. Him and Dr. Uber finally meet, engage on the very issues such as Africa, East colonialism, sexuality, and imperialism. These are true African brothers who speak for us. We should have become the part of them one day. I speak for Black people, and this is me, man. To talk about Africans and the
I've
issue.
been vaccinated in Zimbabwe. I'm also considering to go to Zimbabwe.
Hey, Julius Malema, you beat us with surprises. Hey, yes, that's where you belong. Now go to Zimbabwe where you're holding your bag. Go and stay there, never come back. Go alone. You this thing of forcing Zimbabwe for us, I know. Please go.
To get my vaccination, because here, according to the lineup, they will give vaccination, my man, to me and you at the grave. We are going to die before we are vaccinated. So,
but if you can see, like Malema is the person who care about Africa to be one, and nothing much. Nothing. I know people are going to hate him. A lot of people are going to hate.
We didn't come here to play. We came here ready. And I don't know what is this remark that General Mkhwanazi is not what he presented is not evidence. I don't know where does that arise, because it doesn't arise at all.
But these are true Africans, man. These are true Africans, man. A burger, living in SS Zimbabwe. Let's say this experience, then we close it. We close it after this.